Welcome back to the Call for Help-athon, and we've got a little time right now to check some email in our message boards. Kat, what are people asking us this early in the morning?
Well, first of all, people are just fascinated that we're doing this whole thing, and they're very excited, and they want to participate, so that is a good thing. This person wants to know, how do I merge all my instant messengers together so that I have my buddy list in one application?
Let's see here. Was that a message board?
Yeah.
Okay. I was on the message boards here. I would actually use a program called Trillian, and we're going to be featuring this a little later today. Trillian, Trillian, .cc, not .com, .cc, and Rich will be sure to have the link for you on our website. This is Trillian, and what you want to use is this, and you could use all your accounts from one interface. They've got a free version. They've also got a pro version you can pay for. I paid for it. It's really, really nice. So, Kat, what's coming up in this next hour, our second hour?
Since we just showed you how to set up your new computer, we're going to show you how to transfer all of your data off of your old computer onto your new computer. We're going to help you with that because it can be very confusing and hard.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to help him with that?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, good to know. Now, if you just joined us, I'm Chris Perillo. I'll be your host for the next, 17 hours or so, because the Call for Help-athon is scheduled to go for 18 hours total, all the way till 1 in the morning Pacific, or I guess 4 in the morning Eastern time. That's right. We're live right now, and as Kat just mentioned, we're going to be showing you how to transfer data like your MP3s and email from your old PC onto your new one. And, you know, all you need is some software and a cable. And we'll show you what kind of cables you could use. Plus, unlike PDF, thank you, Matt. Like a cable like this is a parallel cable. You could also use a USB cable or a network cable. This is what you usually connect a printer to your machine with, but you could also use it to transfer data. Now, unlike PBS, we don't need your donations to keep this fine programming on the air. Fine?
Yes.
Are we fine?
We are fine.
Let us know on the message boards. But what we do need is your phone calls, emails, net cams, to keep this marathon going, because without your participation, I'd just be here twiddling my parallel cables. And of course, to do that, you need our contact information, and Kat's got that over in our Interact area. Kat, tell them how to get a hold of us again.
Okay, everybody, if you want to participate in this 18-hour marathon, pick up your phone and call us. The number here is 888-989-7879, or you can email us at callforhelp@techtv.com. And if you have a net cam and you've already gotten out of your pajamas, unlike me, why don't you head into the TechTV chat room at techtv.com/call for help, and we're going to be checking the message boards, and I've already posted a couple of posts. What'd you get for Christmas? I want to know. And I'm going to be asking you some questions that are going to help throughout the show, so get onto the message boards and interact with us. And Morgan's going to be here in about 2 hours. She's getting off of her airplane now. She's on her way, so when she gets here, it'll be even more fun.
I can't believe we actually talked her into doing that. You know, I think our clock is up now.
Yeah?
Our timer.
Oh, really?
We've got a timer on the screen somewhere.
Really?
Where is it? Is it up here?
I don't see it.
Down? Over? It's right here? I can't see it.
I can't see it either.
Over here.
Can you see it in that monitor up there? No.
Right above our bug, apparently. That's what we call it. Sorry,
well,
I said that out loud.
Great.
I was told to make television a mystery. Isn't it a mystery, folks? You want to meet our new floor director? He's right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Can't see him, can you?
Yeah, we have people rotating throughout the 18 hours, except you and I don't get to rotate anywhere.
No, we don't,
so
unfortunately. But that's okay.
All kinds of people coming in and out of here.
It's okay. So do we have a caller now for number 4?
We do. Oh, yeah, we got to hit the button. See behind me? There's numbers right there. Now we're on number 4. Let's see who the caller is. On the phone, it's Danny from Houston, Texas, and he's got a question about external hard drives.
Houston, do we have a problem? Not like you've heard that before. What can we help you with today, Tanny?
I just got a Western Digital external 80 gig hard drive, and I was wondering if I could run Windows from it.
Is that an external model?
Yes.
All right. No. The answer to the question, unfortunately, is no. And you say you've got a Western Digital hard drive. That's well, it's not the exact model, but my Western Digital just crashed yesterday. I don't know if you caught that. But I went on Christmas, I went over to their website, I think it's WDC.com, and I put in an RMA, like a request to return it. So what's going to happen is they're going to send me the hard drive, and then I'm going to send them mine, and then no, I didn't have to call anybody. So they're sending me a new one, I'm sending them the old one, and it doesn't cost me a thing because it's under warranty. I'm very happy with Western Digital about that. Now, I'm not happy my hard drive crashed on Christmas, but hey, nothing you can do about that. Now, your question is, can you use that external hard drive to run Windows? And the answer that I know of is no. Windows usually needs what's typically known as the C drive. And inside your machine, and I don't know if we have a motherboard sitting around in the back somewhere, inside the machine, usually drives are connected to what they would call channels, and there's usually two, a primary and a secondary channel. When I open up my computer here, oh, thank you, Matt. Wow, you are on the ball. See what we can find here. I don't know if these are labeled right here. Yep. IDE1 and IDE2. These are the two, I guess you can call them chains, if you will. The chains would come from there. Usually, to get to boot Windows, you would have the C drive, what's typically known as the C drive, and that's usually the first drive that's recognized on the first IDE channel. And I know that's incredibly geeky, but again, I'm cutting short to your answer. You're asking, can you use an external hard drive to boot up Windows? And I don't think Windows will work that way. It needs to be on the C drive. And again, maybe someone's done it before. I've never seen it happen, and it's not to say that it hasn't happened before. And again, if I am mistaken, please, someone correct me. I've never seen it happen. But traditionally speaking, to boot into Windows, you're going to need to have that primary hard drive, that first hard drive, also known as C, the C drive, right here. See, it says local disk C drive up here in my computer, right there. That's the drive that's physically connected right here to our first channel, our primary channel. And if I rebooted the machine, sometimes, like when you reboot the machine, do you see a graphic or do you see strange text pop up before the Windows logo, Tanny?
Not yet, because I haven't got to install it yet.
Oh, okay. No, I mean like you're in your actual computer, not the hard drive.
Oh, yeah, the Windows XP logo?
Yeah, before that, sometimes what you'll see is information about your system, and it'll tell you what's connected to the system, and that's running through. It's what usually we call the BIOS, and it's not up on my screen right now, but if I rebooted, you would see just a brief flash of like, this is your hard drive, and I can find the keyboard, and I can find the mouse, and this is how much RAM you have, and it's just there for a split second, but it's querying everything because it's looking for the operating system. Sometimes it's first going to go to like a floppy drive. That's why sometimes when you leave a floppy in the computer and reboot, it says bad command or file name or insert operating system or a command like that. That's the reason why. It's because it's looking for an operating system on a connected disk. And by default, it's going to look for Windows. Windows wants to be on the C drive. I've seen it work on other drives. It can happen, but I'm saying for all intents and purposes, using an external device to boot to Windows is probably not a smart idea. It can happen.
A dual boot?
Oh, to dual boot between the machines? I'm not sure. I've never done it before, Tanny, and I'm going to have to, I don't know if Phil, back in the lab, we got Phil back there, Matt back there. You guys ever heard about that before? A dual booting, you know, at least having Windows installed on C and then maybe dual booting to a second operating system or another version of Windows on an external hard drive?
On an external hard drive?
Yeah.
If you're running something like System Commander,
okay,
you may be able to do it. If you're certainly, otherwise you're going to want all of those operating systems running on the internal hard drives, because the external hard drives are devices that don't boot up until especially if it's running over USB or if it's running over a FireWire drive externally. The motherboard doesn't have access to those, and so the basic BIOS can't see that. Sometimes until it's a little bit later through the system. So it's going to be tricky to do.
Yeah, so I would recommend, he was talking about System Commander, which is a piece of software, I believe, from vcom.com, and Rich can make sure I've got the link correct. But that would be something that would allow you to manage the booting things, the boot process. Is there a reason why you want to use an external hard drive? I'm just curious.
Well, because my laptop only holds 20 gigabytes, and I have a lot of data, like MP3s and such, that I just want to carry around with me. And if I could boot to Windows, then that would be a lot more better.
From the actual, see, the only case I've heard of booting from externally, I've heard that you can boot OS X from the iPod. I've heard about that. But as far as Windows is concerned, I don't know if I've ever heard of it booting from an external drive. Carry your MP3s on that external hard drive, but be careful, because those external hard drives, just because you can carry them around, doesn't mean you probably should, because, again, it's a hard drive. You might just think about getting high-capacity DVDs to carry that stuff around, because that way you don't have to worry about your hard drive failing, like they do sometimes, even sitting in desktop machines, as I found out yesterday. But, Tanny, we'll keep asking around. Maybe in the message boards, we'll see if anybody's done this before. I'm curious now.
Speaking of message boards, Chris, we got 59 responses to what people got for Christmas this year. James, 115, says, I got too many clothes for Christmas and a Sony digital high video camera. It's fat. I bought 100 shares of United Airlines at 73 cents per share. What a bargain.
Whoa. That's amazing.
Yeah, so 60 people have already talked to us about what they got. So go post.
The dude got a Proscope, the USB microscope. I just saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't get one.
Some other guy got like 3 of the things that was on your Christmas list.
How come I'm the only one who didn't get anything on my list?
Poor Chris.
Thank you, Ken.
Wah.
Thanks for the call, Tanny. We'll see if we can dig up a more definitive answer for you. But hopefully the answer that we did give you will get you started. Now, coming up next, we go back to the phones and see if we can't answer more of your questions when the call for Help-athon continues. We march bravely.
Now back to Tech TV's Call for Help-athon, the only live after the holidays help and how-to show.